Hello, everyone. Next month, the high school will perform Little Women. The book Little Women was written by Louisa May Alcott. Today, we are going to create a web page about her life in Google Sites. What I've done is I've given you an assignment that says watch the video, then create a web page about Louisa May Alcott, author of Little Women. What I'll do is I'll open up the assignment by clicking Open. When you open up the assignment, there's a link to Google Drive and also a facts page about Louisa May Alcott. I'll first open up the facts page. This facts page gives you information about Louisa May Alcott. She was born in 1832 and she died in 1888. You can read about her life in this childhood section, her life section, her writing career, and you want to always cite your source if you're taking something from the internet, and I have that source here. What we're going to do is we're going to use this information about Louisa May Alcott for your Google site. So what I'll do is I'm going to go back to the Classroom tab, and I'm going to open up Drive to open up the Sites page. Whenever I click on Drive, I'm going to go to Drive. Just like I did for the maps, I'm going to go to the New button. Once I see the New button on the page, I'm going to click it. I'm going to go down to More, and I'm going to find Google Sites. This will open up into a new Google site. This is a web page that you can create about anything. Usually web pages are about people, places, or things. Today, naturally, our web page will be about Louisa May Alcott. The first thing that you might want to do is you want to title your site up here at the top. You're going to write in Louisa May Alcott. What you can see right off the bat is at the top we have some tools. Over here on the side is our toolbox. We can insert something, we can insert pages, and we can go to themes. Right now, if I go to themes, you can see I can change my theme from simple to something else. Maybe I can click on one of these to take a look at what it looks like. I can also change the color of these themes. Pretty interesting. What I can also do is I can go over into the theme itself and choose its own image. So I can change the image here by selecting an image that's already into the site's web page. In the gallery, it gives me a lot of different neat pictures. It also gives me some colors as well. You can choose whichever one you want here. I'm going to choose the typewriter, and I'm going to select it. Once you select it, it's going to adjust for readability to make it really easy to cite. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change the page title. Maybe your page title is going to be about Louisa May Alcott, or maybe just her name. What you can do is you can highlight it. You can make the normal text into a title. That'll make it bigger. You can't change the font here, but you can change the heading. You can make it centered, or if you don't like it at all, you can just trash it. What we want to now do is we want to maybe add some things about her life. Going down below the banner is where you're going to add some information. If you double click in this information, you can add images, you can add an URL, a Drive folder, or you can upload something. Right in the center is where we're going to add text. Whenever I click on Add Text, it gives me a text box. Well, we don't have to research about her life because I already have some information on the facts page. I'll go over to the facts page. I'm going to highlight this first part so I can put it right on the front page of the website. I'll click and hold and drag. Remember, Control-C is copy. Once I Control-C on my keyboard, I'm going to go back to my web page. Here I'll hold down the Control button on the keyboard, and V is paste. And I have that information already written for me that she was an American writer in the 1800s. She wrote Little Women and other books that were not even published in her name. What I can do is I can then change this. If I wanted to make this into a title, I can go up to where it says normal text, and I can make it into a larger title. This will be good for our front page, but maybe we want a picture of her as well. Over here on the side border, I can double tap again, and I can go to Images. Maybe I want to search for her. And I'm going to do a Google search for her. I'll type her name in there. And I can find different pictures of her here on this Google search. I'll click one and I'll add it by selecting it. And it puts it here kind of small. Just like in any other program, I can pull at the handles and make her picture bigger or wider. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add another page about maybe her childhood. So I'm going to go over to Pages, and I'm going to add a new page. This one is going to be called Her Childhood. And I'm going to hit Done. It's going to add it and bring me to the childhood page. Now, notice the links are up at the top, Home and Childhood. What I can do is I can call this nesting. I can nest this page under the home page by clicking and holding and pulling it up and putting it under the home page. Notice how it nests under the home, where whenever I put my mouse on home, it goes to the childhood. Same thing, what I can do here is if I want the title to be in a header, I can go to the banner and bring up that banner again. What I'll do is I'll double click once again to add text. I'll go back to my facts page. Louisa's childhood is next on the list. I'm going to highlight this information. Control C is copy again on my keyboard. I'll go back to the web page and Control V is paste. I can take this text, I can make it bold or italicized. I can make it into a heading or a subheading. However way I want it to look, this is your web page. You can design it the way that you want it to be. There are other things that you might want to explore, like the section background. Maybe you can change it into something different. What we're going to do is we're going to go through this facts page. We'll have a page for her childhood. We'll have a page for her life. We'll have a page for her writing career and a page for the source. So however way you want to add those pages, you can do that. You can insert the information by double-clicking on the web page itself. Getting this button, you can add images anywhere about her, text. We won't worry about URLs or uploading or from Drive right now. If you do get finished with it, you might want to preview the way that it's going to look. This eye at the top is our preview button. When we click preview, it'll bring us into what it's going to look like if we were on the website on the web. Here's my home button. I can click home and it'll bring me back to the home page. What I'll do is I'll hit the back arrow to go back to editing. If you are finished with it in the time that we have, what you're going to do is you'll go back to the assignment. You're going to add it so I can see it. It is a Google Drive, just like our maps. It should be under recent. You'll click it and add it to the assignment. If you don't get finished with it the time that we have remaining, you'll have next week to finish it as well. You'll turn it in and you'll be done for today. Today we'll be creating a web page about Louisa May Alcott, author of Little Women. Good luck, and again, if you have any questions, I will be around to answer them. Thank you.